Welcome back. I just got this car back the other day from the shop. It's a Toyota specialist shop. Had them look over everything. Brakes are fine, struts are fine. I know I wanted to replace them because they didn't quote unquote look fresh enough, but I mean, they're in good shape. Had a nice talk with the son of the owner of the dealership who runs it now, and he's very much like his dad would talk to me about wants versus needs. What it needed was the AC. It needed new seals, retrofitted to a 134, which happened, and it also needed a new clutch, flywheel, rear main seal. So I did that, and the inspection. So everything is really, it's fine. Car runs fine. It shifts well. It shifted okay before, but he was very convincing in the fact that it works until it doesn't, and I don't want to be stranded in this vehicle. So I knew it was the original clutch, so it needed to be done. But this video, what I want to do is I'm going to start detailing this car. Now, in here, this carpet is really nice, trunk carpet. So I'm going to take it out and sweep it. I'm going to do some trunk detailing. I'm going to do some interior detailing. Now in here, I took the mats out. I'm going to go through. I got some leather treatment, and I have two different ones. I have one from Chemical Guys. It's a two different phase thing, and I'm going to try it here. I'm also going to try in a little area because this is weathered. I'm not going to do anything with these seats. Like I said, this is a driver. This is not like the other Celica, a show car that you're afraid to drive. I'm going to steam the carpets. This is from the mobile phone that the previous owner had. Underneath here is the amplifier. Let's take my word for it. Maybe you'll be able to see it. Yeah, there's the stuff for the stereo system. Might be part of the phone. I have to take a look. I'm kind of going down the rabbit hole. I'm considering taking the seats out and doing that, but I think I can get most of what I need to get done without taking the seats out. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to clean up all of this and just see what's as clean as I can get it. Go through and just get all the dirt, get all this kind of stuff, just refresh this. Now, some people had asked in the past about new mats and where I got them. Now, this is a original mat. I could probably clean it up, it would be okay. But this is a brand new one, and they're really good. The pile of the carpet, the way they did it, the edging, this is really good stuff. So people would ask me what I did. This isn't sponsored, but it's a company called Auto Custom Carpets Incorporated, accmats.com. And, it's nice. It's, U.S. company. And I had these in the other Celica, and I really like them. Good quality. It suggests you, what you should go with for your carpet color. So, good fit and before, after. And I really like these. They're gonna do a good job as far as getting the interior just looking that much better. So without too much more, I'll show you my equipment on here as far as what I'm going to use. This, my DeWalt vacuum, sweep everything out. But this is something a little more unique. This is a clean slate pet. This is really good for little handheld cleaner steamer. I've used this, I bought this for the cars, and I've ended up using it on my sectional a lot because with pets and a 12-year-old spilling things, it's nice to have these little spot cleaners. So this is going to do a pretty good job getting everything out, steam it, and get it going. So I don't know if I can do everything all in one time, but I think what I'm going to try to start on today is the door jambs, the interior, the hard surfaces, everything that needs cleaned on there. Then I'll probably save the leather seats and the steaming of the carpet for last, because then I can go in here and not being on that clean, wet carpet. Then once this is all done and it's wet steamed, I can pull it in the garage or leave it sit out, whatever, and let it dry properly. Then I'll repeat the same thing with the underhood in the back. So I couldn't find any of my detail brushes, so I went and bought whatever they had down at the local Advanced Auto Parts. So these should be good. I'm going to use a cleaner that I like a lot, Chemical Guys Nonsense Invisible Super Cleaner. This works pretty good. It's a standard kind of cleaner. I use a lot of their products, wash mitts, and it's decent stuff. Whatever you like and you do. I just need to get a lot of cleaning done underneath here. So this is going to be the start of it. So I'm going to put this down, but I wanted to show you kind of what I'm starting with. And I think I'm going to concentrate just on the interior for now. I'm going to go through and I'm just going to work on the hard surfaces first. Once I get all those done and vacuumed out, then I'll probably do the leather seats, and then for last I'll do the carpeting. And I'm sure someone will comment that I'm doing that wrong, but that way I don't have to go over this and do it again. So, and there's a lot underneath here that I want to get. So if you saw this before, it is it's solid, it's clean, no rust. But it can be clean. So I'm going to take this out, I'm going to vacuum all here, get this as clean as I can, sweep this out, same thing here, get it cleaned up, and it'll look nice. So I started vacuuming and I took the trunk apart, and I had this on for the first time probably ever in its existence when I swapped out those wheels, and I needed the jack handle and the jack. I'll get to that in a second. But this is the original spare tire, Bridgestone Potenza RE93s. The color, this is how they painted them, and it's perfect. I mean, it still has the marks on the side. So I have that off, have that vacuumed. Of course, it's spring and there's like these little helicopter seats going everywhere. But here we go. This clean, very nice. I'm gonna go through here and lightly, I think with just some water on a wash mitt or water on a soft cloth. I don't think I'm gonna have to really dig in here with dirt. This is clean, just needs vacuumed and straightened out and put back together. So just want to show you that real quick. So I'm making progress. It's not gonna be that bad. This is not a very large car, and gonna clean up nice. Okay, so I got the underside cleaned out, and what I was hoping was here is here. And this kind of tells me where the spare originally sat for all those years and imprinted onto the underside. So I'm gonna get that put back in, get this button back up, and keep on going. Okay, I've cleaned everything out in here. I'm gonna do the carpets last. I did that, I scrubbed that pad, I scrubbed the pedals. And I started working on here. Now this leather seat's a little faded, but it's original and I'm not replacing it. So I'm gonna go through, see how it looks after I'm done. I'm going with something I found online, Leather Better. It can't be any worse. No pun intended, not sponsored, but let's see how this works. It's a one-step application. Even I can't screw this up. So I'm gonna put this on and see what happens. So here are the leather seats. I think they turned out pretty well. They don't look brand new, and they don't look as old as they did. Kind of, give it a little bit of moisture. It's like a beeswax. It's actually what it is, a beeswax. It's made from a company in Canada. And the seats back there that really weren't as worn really look great. These look good. Side card looks pretty good. Walk around here. This front seat was really bad, and it looks a lot better. It's not gonna be perfect, like right there, but it looks better than it did, and I'm happy with it. I mean, it's original seats, they're comfortable, they're not breaking down. So you're gonna have to put something on them to keep them moisturized. So cleaned that up. I'm gonna go through, just sprayed some carpet cleaner on here. I'm gonna go through this with the spin brush that I got from Chemical Guys. And that's this right here. This attaches into any of your drills and it loosened everything up. This was really bad here. And I mean, that was probably a big cup of coffee or something. And it's loosened it all up. So instead of these giant lines of stuff, there's just like the residual. So now I'm gonna get my carpet cleaner hooked up, but I'm gonna loosen everything up and then I'm gonna go through and get this. And then this interior is pretty much done. Then I can get going on door jams and all that good stuff and get it, excuse the sound, but take a look. I've been going through, see all that dirty liquid coming out. There's all that coffee. And I went through, I'm glad I scrubbed it beforehand with the other agitator. Because the one thing this doesn't do really well is scrub, but it definitely disperses the liquid, definitely suctions it up very nicely. So any spots that I don't feel are coming as clean as I need, I'm gonna hit it with some more stuff and then go over it with that agitator brush on the drill and get it all cleaned up. And just like that, the cup of coffee that spilled in this probably 15, 20, 25 years ago is mostly gone. I haven't gotten it all. There's a little bit right there, a little bit right here, but getting in the weeds. I'll try one more time to get a little bit more of that so you can see on camera right in the middle right there. But 90% of it's gone, and you see it here. It's like a lovely latte right there. Ugh. So this is actually day 2. The interior, the underhood, got most of that done yesterday. I'll show you that at the end, but this thing needed clay barred and waxed. So right now I'm just finishing up claying it. And again, it's really nice when you have to do this with a smaller vehicle. It'll take all day with a Jeep or 4Runner or something like that. But going through and have this clayed, then I'm gonna do a 3-step on it. I'm gonna do cleaner, a sealer, and a top coat of Carnauba. It takes a little longer, but it really does look good, and it's like a once a year kind of thing. And this car is going a week from today. It's going to be down at the Greenbrier in West Virginia. There's a Concours down there, and a group called Malaise Motors is going to be having a gathering there, and I can't wait to go down. And this is going to be the car that I can't wait to take down because, you know, having the moonroof opened and just driving through the hills down there in this is going to be a ton of fun. And without further ado, I'm going to keep going on this. I'm going to do 3 steps, and next when you see it, it should be all detailed. The cleaning, you know, there's just like little bits. The clay gets like the little bits of road grime out of it. It's pretty clean. The last thing I'm gonna have to do to clay it is there's some marks down here, and I'm gonna have to get underneath there and really kind of work that. That's gonna be the pain. So I'm doing the whole upper part right now and get it done, and then I'll get the final detailing. Did the doors, did the trunk, did the underhood, get it all detailed out and show you that in a bit. So I'm about an hour into it. This is the last little bit I have to do. I clayed it and I got a coat of the cleaner wax on it, but there's some tar here that even the clay wouldn't get out. So I'm gonna try. Some of it might be paint. So we'll see what I can get, but I was able to get most of it out with this stuff here. So this is phase 1. There's phase 2. It's a clear or like a glaze, and then the top is Carnauba. So we shall see. Well, it's about 2 minutes later and got a lot of it off. Not too bad. So I just have to finish this rocker panel here, and then I can remove the cleaner wax, and then the other 2 top coats won't take very long at all. And I'll show you how it all turns out. So while I let the final top coat of Carnauba wax dry on this, I didn't pull it out before, and it wasn't completely dry, so it was a little harder to take off the other coats. So I'm gonna let it dry a little bit, be a little patient. And while I do that, I just want to show you, I'm gonna take care of these exhaust tips on the original, dual tip exhaust on there. I'm also gonna clean up the wheels, but I want to show you everything has come clean on here. It's not perfect, but it is pretty darn good for a 34-year-old 132,000 mile car. It's looking real good. I'm gonna show it actually next week at the Greenbrier in West Virginia. It's about 4.5 hours away. So what better way to show that you trust a 34-year-old car that you've had for about a month than taking it on a 4.5 hour drive. But I have confidence, and I have AAA. But now this car has a brand new clutch, brand new flywheel, brand new rear main seal, and the air conditioning has been gone through. It's now R134A on this one. The other one, knock on wood, is still R12 and working beautifully. This one cools really well though. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on these, getting these exhaust tips detailed, and I'll show you the interior. I'm gonna do a few more things in there to get it just right. And she should be ready for the big debut a week from now. Well, this is more like it. After several hours, I went under the hood and I cleaned everything pretty well. Now, it's not perfect, but it is a 132,000 mile car. Cleaned up, detailed, pretty decent. Not as meticulous as I could, but I wiped down everything that I could back here and went through it. Now remember, this is a brand new painted, or repainted front bumper. Went through, clayed, and waxed the car. A few steps. Used trim black, back to black on there. Got the interior nice and clean. Scrubbed everything out here, and nice and clean under there. The tailpipes, not perfect, but not bad. 34-year-old original dual pipe. If I really wanted to spend a couple hours, I could really get the insides as shiny as the outsides, but that is madness. However, let me show you the best part of this. Now this is a 34-year-old interior the way you want it. The seats, went through them with that beeswax yesterday, and then I went through it with chemical guys today and did a little bit of spray, and it smells just as good as that one does on the inside. This is good leather stuff. Here are the carpets. They clean up really nice. These are the brand new mats. That is the original cell phone hookup. It'll just stay in there. It's part of the car's history. And I had another hand, get that all done in there. But that is back together. Let me go around to this side. Let me close this. This time of year, there'll be a tree growing in there if I don't watch. This is how she should look. The seats are as clean as they're going to be, but they feel soft, they're nice and clean. They're not perfect, but they're perfectly original. 132,324 miles. And it'll be due for its oil change in 4,000 miles. So what's really nice, one thing I didn't show you is up at Sarah Automotive, they've worked on my Toyotas since I've had Toyotas. I talked with them, and the brakes and the struts and everything are fine. I was asking, you know, they just didn't look right, and we talked about it, and he went through and touched them up for me so they look good because they function well. And he was very good at putting me, you know, in perspective. He goes, you know, the wants and the needs. So the air conditioning's done, the clutch, the flywheel, the rear main seal, everything mechanically on this is a-okay, and it's really a wonderful driver. So I'm gonna have this down in West Virginia at the Greenbrier on Saturday, May 4th. If you're down there, stop by, say hello. I'll have pictures, I'll have videos, because it's going to be a really amazing Concours. And this car is going to be part of the Malaise Motors Group show within a show. So I'm real excited seeing everyone down there and having fun with this. So thank you for watching. It's going to be a long video, but I always said I saw why people don't like doing detailing videos, because the one thing worse than actually having to take the time and detail your car is filming it while you're doing it. So this was many hours, but it's very worth it. If you like it, like and subscribe. If you stayed here the whole time, bless you. Have a great day.